Good evening and welcome to Aspen Creek Grill. We're here in Greenwood, and coming in is our appetizer, and Rich is with us, and he is the business manager, partner, all kinds of stuff. Welcome, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much for having me. We highly appreciate it.
Talk a little bit about the atmosphere. It's a brand new building. You've been open for the last 4 or 5 months. Talk a little bit about the community support and how everything is working out pretty well for you, because we've been to Noblesville a couple of times. Now this is the first time in Greenwood. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, we've been open since December 18th, so going on 9 months. We're just thrilled to death to be here in Greenwood. Part of the community. The community has ingratiated us with open arms. The Chamber of Commerce, Aspire, and just all the residents of Greenwood and the south side of Indianapolis. The support has been outstanding. We've been very fortunate to have a great staff coming, from the area. Just lots of great people, and we're super thrilled to be here. We're super excited to be teaming up with Franklin College. We're only located about 20 minutes away. A great location, great spot. Before or after the game. I know generally the games are about 1:30, and it's an easy opportunity to come and grab a bite to eat before the game, or bring the family and friends in after the game. We work well for just a couple and or groups. So we're just really thrilled to be here.
Talk a little bit about the powwow shrimp.
Yes.
Because and you talk about it, and I'll leave you.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our most popular appetizer. It's a powwow shrimp. It's a hand-breaded shrimp with our tempura batter, and our house-made powwow sauce, which is kind of a sweet and spicy. Served over a bed of freshly chopped cabbage and garnished with some fresh green onions. It's a great sharing dish, or lots of times people, get it as a meal. This is served over cabbage, but you can also get it over our house-made seasoned rice, too. So
You said we have to share this?
You can. You don't have to.
Okay. Talk a little bit about the hours and when you're open and the specials that you might have this week with opening football.
Yeah, well, we're open Monday through Thursday. We open at 3 p.m. from 3 to 10. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we open at 11 to 10. For instance, tonight is Thursday. So Thursday we have our full rack of ribs for $19.99. And, just FYI, we have a smoker in back. So we smoke our ribs for, 6 hours at a time. And they fall off the bone, with our house-made barbecue sauce, as tender as they can be, for $19.99 with 2 scratch-made sides. Everything we do here is scratch-made. So all of our sides are made in-house. All of our dressings, all of our lettuce is fresh cut. We even grate our own cheese. So, we're very proud of our food.
It's Aspen Creek Grill in Greenwood. It's just right off the interstate, County Line Road. Go right to the Walmart, turn left, and you'll run right into it. But Mike is now, I hear there's a new opening, hopefully in Whitestown in a couple of weeks, right? A couple of months, I guess.
Yeah, Whitestown should be opening sometime probably around Thanksgiving-ish or so. Yep.
And then is there maybe something else down the road?
There are some plans down the road. I'm not 100% certain as to when and or where, but we are definitely expanding in Indianapolis market.
And if you're in Franklin, you're 20 minutes away. It's great food, great family atmosphere, great food, and you've been part of our family for the last 4 or 5 years, and we really appreciate that.
Well, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get someone in for Gordon Cox will be with us from Franklin, Indiana.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience. We've got incredible specials, great service. Everything that we do here is made from scratch. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. Bring your family, come have some great food.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
This is the hotel breakfast.
It looked different online.
Do you children like eggs? Here, they make your bones grow.
It'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. All right, guys. Look alive.
Is it fine, Daryl?
I'm starving.
When free hot breakfast can make or break your day, it matters where you stay.
Go get him.
Hampton by Hilton. Hilton for the...
Welcome back to Aspen Creek Grill in Greenwood. With us now is Gordon Cox. He is the president of the Touchdown Club in Franklin, Indiana, and the Franklin Grizzlies. Welcome to IndianaSRN.
Thanks for having me.
Talk a little bit about, you've been the president for a couple years. Talk about years that you've been there, and talk about what you do as the president of the Touchdown Club.
Well, we are the booster club for the football program. I've been president, I think this is my 13th year, maybe 14. So we do, about the middle part of the summer, one of our big fundraisers is a reserved tailgating parking lot that we raise funds that way. We have our general membership that we solicit parents and families and grandmas and grandpas and football alums. So it's primarily that, from July to the end of the football season, where we're just doing whatever we can do to promote the program.
You mentioned tailgate. It's the largest tailgate in football
it's
by far, right?
It's one of them at the D3 level. We were recognized years ago by D3Football.com and ESPN, actually. There's not very many schools that do what we do at the home game, and it's an atmosphere. It rivals some of the big schools. We have a tailgate, a pitch-in tailgate, where we grill all the meats, burgers and dogs and brats, and the families bring the pitch-in items, and we feed. Saturday we'll probably feed between 1,000 and 1,500 people.
Well, I know you'll feed our crew because you always take care of that, and you're also our halftime guest, so I'm sure you'll bring us dessert as well. Talk a little bit. Franklin has been a tradition of good sports and great athletic departments, and this year we have a new football coach. It looks like we have a new attitude. Talk about the relationship that you have with the coaching staff and then also your group.
Well, the coaching staff is very helpful to what we do. Engaging with football alums, engaging with families. Coach Leonard is one of my best friends. I was president for about half of his previous tenure. And look, it's hand in hand. We work together, and we're kind of tied at the hip now. Now in his second tenure, I was close to retirement a couple of years. I'm 65 years old and got 2 little grandkids, and but I'm energized. So it's a fun relationship to promote the program and promote the college.
You couldn't do the tailgate without sponsors. What kind of sponsorship do you have? I know Cub Food last year.
It's Meyer Stores.
Great.
Yeah,
and
Meyer
I know
Stores.
That's right, Meyer Stores.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. The Meyer Stores, they provide a lot of help for you,
Yeah,
and
they provide.
you need that, correct?
Yeah, absolutely, because food prices have gone through the roof. I'll probably spend $1,500, $1,700 on food Saturday.
Wow.
Now, some of that we'll save for next weekend, but they provide gift cards for us, and that's where we get all of our meats and various items we need for the tailgate. And then the parents and the friends and the families and alums bring the sides. And we get sides. We get the home cooking from everywhere, and it's
the macaroni and cheese last year. Whoever fixed it, please do that again this week. My crew is going to be at Franklin.
Yeah, absolutely.
I need that macaroni and cheese. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Something is special Saturday. Talk a little bit about the special. Talk a little bit about Jay.
Jay Hunsucker was the president, the only president preceding me. He was Franklin College football player. He's in the Franklin College Hall of Fame, Athletic Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, he passed away from cancer, I believe, in early June. He fought it for quite a while.
And about 3 or 4 years ago, a group of the older alums came to me and said, we want to honor Jay somehow. We got to come up with some kind of vehicle. To make a long story short, when the college got the turf field the first time 12, 13 years ago, they had to do a little excavating. So they took a lot of the dirt that they dug out of Fott Stadium and they put it back in the end zone. And it was referred to as the hill. And a lot of the older guys would go back there and tell lies and bitch about the coaches and current players. And
there's shade back there, too.
There's shade back there, and you can see the whole field. It's really cool. And the guys decided they wanted to do a project and name it Hunsucker Hill in honor of Jay. And so we presented it to him in December, this past December. And the last conversation I had with Jay, he asked that we call it Hunsucker Hill Alumni Pavilion. He wanted all Franklin College alums, all football alums of every era, other sports, to be able to come and sit up there. So it's a big, I think it's 65 feet long by 10 or 20 feet wide. We're going to put some big screen TVs in there soon because we can't see the scoreboard from where we're at.
Okay. You can watch the game in the pavilion.
Exactly.
There
so
you go.
It's a fitting tribute to Jay.
Yeah.
Jay was he was a very important figure in the history of Franklin College football.
It's really kind of cool that we're going to be part of that on Saturday because we're going to feature that a little bit, and you're going to come up at halftime and talk about that. I know Lance and I talked about that a lot, and he really cared about Jay, and he really cared about your football program, and not only just the football program, but the community. Talk about the sport that this community has for this sports program.
We have an awfully long, strong tradition for this high school. We are. When I was there, I played baseball at Franklin, and back in those days, we were in the first Heartland Conference, and that was Butler, Indiana Central, Ashland, Evansville, Valparaiso, and every one of those schools was
huge,
much bigger than Franklin. And we'd compete every single week. And Coach Fott had a very, he was beloved by his players. He had smaller rosters than they do now, but beloved. And those guys have continued to give back to our program for 25, 30, 40 years. Long time. And they still come to the games. And Coach Leonard has built upon that. When he came, he made sure to encourage those guys and bring those guys in and make them part of the program. And so it's historically, and the community is part of that as well. Franklin's not a huge, it's a nice little small town, but we have a lot of, regular town folk that come to the games.
IndianaSRN, this is, I think, 4th year that we are covering Franklin sports. And I think full time, this is our 2nd year. So I think the HCAC Game of the Week a couple of times. Talk about the impact of what we do when we come on Saturday. I know there's a lot of people that go to the tailgate and want to know, why are those guys going ahead of us and why are they wearing those shirts? Talk a little bit about the community and what we have brought to the...
It's an awesome, Division III football. A lot of kids, when they graduate high school, they think college football is what they see on ESPN. And most of those are big schools. Now they have some smaller levels now on ESPN, but they're blown away by what we do at the home games and the level of play in the conference. The team we're going to play Saturday from the Ohio Athletic Conference, that's their
big
top
time.
Big time program. So one of our mottos always has been is to try to make a D3 program look like a D1 program through graphics, through branding, through our tailgate, alumni participation, and you guys step that up big time by having a webcast where Grandma and Grandpa can watch in Texas.
Yep.
And people can go back and watch it at whenever they want. That's big time.
I think the funniest story was last year we pronounced a kid's name wrong. I got a text, and I still, to this day, I think it's Lance who gave her my number, and she told me how to announce it. In the second half, we had it all right. So it is kind of cool, and you're right. We get a lot of response of people saying, hey, I'm watching this. Or Kerry Prather last year was watching the game. I think he was at a wedding, and he was watching the game during the wedding. So, I'm not trying to get him in trouble. I think that's what the story goes.
I have a lot of grandmas and grandpas that will contact me about, my hot dog was burned, whatever the case may be.
You can
So,
burn my hot dog
yeah,
anything you want, Gordon.
Yeah.
We'll be at your place starting at 10 o'clock. Kickoff is at 1:30. Tailgate starts at 11.
We are the first recruits, football recruits will come through at 11:15 and officially opens at 11:30. But I'd encourage you guys to get there whenever you want to get there.
We'll be there at 11 o'clock.
We're firing up the grills at 8 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So,
buddy, thank you.
Looking
forward to it. We're going to come back. We're going to talk to the new SID.
Very good.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
This is LifeWise Academy. It's a program that teaches Bible-based character education to public school students during school hours. Not before school and not after, but during school hours.
So here's how this works. The students will leave this school building, hop on this bus, take a short ride across the street to the church. I can see the steeple from here, have Bible class, hop back on the bus, head back to school. It's that simple.
Go to lifewise.org to find your school.
A great lawn starts with the right equipment. At Reynolds Farm Equipment, we're here to help you make mowing easier and more enjoyable. From zero turns to lawn tractors, John Deere mowers give you the power, precision, and comfort to get the job done right. Plus, with expert service and support from Reynolds, you can spend less time worrying about your mower and more time enjoying the results. Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local John Deere dealer since 1955.
Back at Aspen Creek Grill in Greenwood. Now with us is Ryan O'Leary. He is the SID. And talk a little bit about what an SID is and to educate our listeners out there.
SID, Sports Information Director. Basically, we are the kind of the gatekeepers for the athletic department between the media and the coaches, the athletes, kind of coordinate interviews. We provide the stats info that you guys need to kind of bolster your broadcasts and stories and whatever. So, yeah, we're just sort of the liaison, I guess, that sort of smooths that between the...
And you got to be honest, you're the hardest working guy in the program.
I don't know if I'd give myself that much credit.
Okay. We think you are because your communication always comes from you. So.
Well, it's that, but also I guess I'm kind of scrambling a little bit because it's my first time wearing the sports info hat in about 20, 25 years. I've been on the newspaper side of things for most of this century.
Yeah, talk a little bit about your experience, and I know you were on the Franklin newspaper thing. In fact, we met each other a couple of times when we were calling games down there. Talk a little bit of your role and what brought you here, and what's the difference between print and now actually hands-on.
It's just a different side of the fence. It's kind of I would deal with as a newspaper writer. I would deal with sports information directors from various colleges or the liaisons for high school teams or whatever, but it's, being on the other side of the coin, it's interesting. I think a lot of the skills translate. I still get to write, still tell some stories, but, just having to be that gatekeeper and be the stat keeper, stuff like that, there's things that there's a learning curve that comes with switching sides here and sort of being on that other side of the media fence. But
what is the difference between I'm sure this is all new to you, IndianaSRN, with the TV coverage, and this is the first time that we've ever featured Franklin College, and we're excited. This is our 5th year doing college sports. Well, does that bring a different flavor? Is there talk on the campus of, hey, we're getting some notoriety, we're getting more noticed by the public and around the country?
I think there's a little bit of buzz that just comes with, when you have, obviously, like Grizz TV, we have for the other sports on campus, it's a lot of student-run stuff, running cameras, play-by-play when we have it, but, there's a level of polish, I guess, that comes with, experience, professionalism that you guys bring to the table that I think it'll bring a little bit more to the broadcast and kind of shine a different kind of like a more polished light on Franklin College football.
And this year with sponsorship that we have, we're going to do a couple of basketball games as well. Looking forward to that. And if there's people out there who want to do the sponsorship, they could contact me at coach@IndianaSRN.org. We'd be happy to pass that information. As the fall season goes on, not only football, but you have to deal with other sports. How are those sports as well going as full tilt now?
Yeah, I mean, it's really last weekend was when things started to get real. We had our first soccer and volleyball matches on campus. The volleyball team's off to a 3-0 start.
Right.
They won last night and off on the road this weekend for a tournament in Ohio. So soccer's up and running. They both have 2 matches in. So first cross country is up and running this weekend at the Grizzly Invite just before the game, football game this weekend, and tennis starts their fall season as well.
The cool thing is, like the Grizzly Invite with the cross country, they're running, and all of a sudden they're done, and all of a sudden they head to the football. Most of those guys will head to the tailgate, I'm sure. But talk a little bit about the atmosphere on campus with the new football coach.
I can't speak to the game day atmosphere just because
we haven't had one yet.
This is my maiden voyage with the school, but just within Spurlock, you can tell the difference in the hallways. Like just the energy is different. With Coach Leonard he's 63, calls himself 36. It's just that energy that down the hallway. It's hey, how you doing? And just takes an interest in what the other coaches are doing, and just always. He's very engaged with everything that's going on there, and you can just feel that the energy has carried over to the other coaches, the other sports.
I described him to my wife. He's like a light bulb. He's a 100-watt light bulb. Just fresh air and all that. Talk a little bit about the community. Is there support in the community with Grizz?
I think it carries over. For sure. There's Coach Leonard has had a presence, on the high school campus the last couple of years, calling high school football games, coaching the unified flag football team. So, people know who he is. Coach Leonard's been in this community for really most of this century, and, he's an institution. So I think there's definitely an excitement, not just on campus, but really all around the town and the area that he's back in the saddle. With
the partnership that we have, what would you like to see IndianaSRN do more for the community and more for Grizzly football or just Franklin High School, Franklin College?
As my job basically is to kind of get more of a spotlight on our teams, our athletes. So I obviously would like you guys to engage with us as much as possible. I think there's a lot of interesting stories on our campus of not just football, but we got our men's basketball team as the reigning conference champs, women's swimming reigning conference champion. We got a women's basketball player who's a published novelist now. There's just a lot of interesting stories to tell there. I plan on telling them on the website, but I think having them on camera, kind of running that stuff during game broadcasts would definitely be. I'd like to see that.
So, coaches, if you're involved in that, contact me and let's get you on at halftime. I think it would be great as well. With the community Friday, will go nuts. Saturday will be packed. What is your actually role Saturday, other than letting us in the gate at 10 o'clock? And do not lock us out until we leave. But what is your role on Saturday?
Just kind of coordinating, really, once again, before the game, I'm kind of just getting everything set up for the press box, for our PA announcers, you guys, the music people, the clock operators, just getting everybody in place. During the game, Ryan Thomas, who was my predecessor in this job, he's coming back to do a lot of the stat work, but I'm going to be looking over his shoulder, trying to learn that side of it, so that eventually I can, because at some point I'm going to have to be in that seat, and I need to know what's going on. So,
well, we're looking forward to a great year. I know that you are too. It's a great community. It's a great opportunity. Tell people a little bit about your background, married, kids, those type of things.
I mean, I grew up in Massachusetts. I came out to Indiana to go to college. I had graduated from Notre Dame in 1996.
Coach, he graduated from Notre Dame. I had to say that to Coach. He's laughing at me.
But, I went back east for a little while, came back here for a job back in South Bend at Blue and Gold Illustrated, met my now wife there, and been stuck in Indiana since. So
stuck in Indiana? Come on, son, you're a Hoosier.
The cost of living agrees with me here, so that's that helps. But yeah, we've been in Johnson County for about 10 years. It's my wife and my 2 kids, and yeah, it's been a good experience.
So they're all Grizzlies now, right?
They are now.
They are now. Ryan, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Right.
We're going to spend some time with Coach next, and you have a great time. Anything you need, let us know. We'll see you at 10 a.m. Saturday morning.
Indeed.
We'll take a break. When we come back, a lot more for you.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Well, this guy's not from Notre Dame or South Bend. This guy's from Speedway, Indiana. Played for Speedway High School, and he was supposed to bring the Speedway helmet, and he forgot. And then he was supposed to bring the Franklin helmet. I may get fired after this show, Coach, but you forgot that too. Did you bring the game plan?
My goodness, where's my head? I've been at football practice all day long, and I forget everything you told me to bring.
You're the football coach? I thought
am.
you were the swimming coach. I got the wrong stuff.
Well, shoot. Let's talk 50 meters. 50-meter freestyle. Let's
there we go. Coach Leonard, you've been here. This is your second time at Franklin. You won over 125 games. You've won some big-time games. But now you have IndianaSRN on your team. We're going to win the national championship. Can we bold that right now?
Let's go, Keith.
Okay,
let's
go. Talk a little bit about why you came back and what's special about this year.
Oh, shoot. This was not part of my life plan. When I resigned 5 years ago from Franklin College, being the head coach, I wanted to do some other things in life, and I just felt that the good Lord was tapping me on the shoulder saying, hey, it's time to do other things. But when the job opening happened, one of my friends, Gordon Cox, who was on here just a few minutes ago, said, you know what, I'm going to throw your name in the hat, Mike. And that was the first time I thought of it. And I'm like, I love coaching. And even while I was away, I was coaching in other ways, not tackle football. But I just love being around young people. And some of my best friends are coaches in this profession anyway, so I figured why not?
We talked about you coached other places. I think you coached some flag football, if I'm not mistaken,
Right.
correct, down
That's
in Franklin?
Right.
Is that
That's
correct?
right. Franklin High School. Athletic director Bill Doty asked me one day
Bill's
at
a good
breakfast.
guy.
Great guy. It's his birthday today. Happy
birthday, Bill.
Bill Doty. He asked me at breakfast one morning if I would like to be the unified flag football coach at Franklin High School. And I thought, absolutely. 5-on-5, working with special needs individuals. Had an absolute blast doing that.
Do you realize, here's a trivia question that you might now know. You know who did the first state championship, unified football championship for the Indiana High School Athletic Association?
I'm going to somehow guess SRN.
We were.
How about that?
No one wanted to touch it, Coach, and we did a sectional, a regional, a semi-state, and we did the state finals. And we still have video of me taking a nap at the Colts Stadium and missing my cue. And it actually made air.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointing, Jared, that happened.
It was a joy to coach unified sports.
Talk about the excitement that is in the hallways and what you have brought to us, because we're looking forward to a great year.
Well, we've got a lot of great guys on our team, and this is a game. This is not about me coming back or anything. This was a game, football, that first of all brings people together. I mean, you talk to Gordon Cox, our touchdown club president. We're going to have a huge crowd based on some of the festivities that are going on at Franklin this weekend. Dedication of what's called Hunsucker Hill. We lost a great friend. Gordon's predecessor is our touchdown club president. Jay Hunsucker passed away, and his friends pitched in a lot of money to raise this pavilion in the south end of the stadium. It's going to be really nice. But this was a game, football, that brings people together, and it was created by football players for players. This is a players' game, and I'm excited to see these guys on our team, 105 strong, to develop over the next 11 weeks and just see how it all turns out.
How many double numbers do we have on the roster?
Probably 15 double numbers.
I love it, Coach. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
It's so easy for a broadcaster. Just send up smoke signals.
Well, if they're playing offense, they're the guys on the left and the one on the right is the defense.
Okay. Talk a little bit about the structure of what you bring. I know that we make fun of you when we had our meeting a couple of months ago. You said we're going to sling the ball. Are we still going to sling the ball?
Oh, we have to sling the ball.
There we go.
Here
we go.
That's the reason they put air in the ball,
No!
right?
Okay,
if we were going to run it, they'd have put sand in it.
Okay.
No, we really don't care how we score. I just get happy when that referee raises both arms above his heads and above his head, and that's whatever it takes to win is what we will do.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot here. You wanted to talk about the story about the touchdown.
Yeah.
So when he does raise up the hand and it is a touchdown, tell all of America how touchdown began.
Sure, and this is – we all have moments in time that we can remember from our childhood. Well, mine was my grandpa taught me when I was about 9 years old where the word touchdown came from. And he said back in his day, playing in 1924 at a small high school in Illinois, that his coach told him that they did not count the touchdown unless you put the ball physically down in the end zone and then gave it to the referee. And that comes from rugby. The try does not count unless the ball gets put down. So that's where the word touchdown comes from. And so we plan to honor the game with whoever scores the first touchdown for Franklin. They're going to put that ball down, hand it to the referee, and I hope that that's the plan every touchdown that we score.
You know that's going to carry on so much. The Franklin community is very supportive of this program, has been. Lance has done a nice job of taking over as the athletic department. It's just not the football program. It's all the programs. Talk a little bit about I know you have a relationship with all the coaches. Talk about that.
Sure. Lance Marshall, our athletic director, he started off about 28 years ago when he first got hired as an assistant football coach, head baseball coach. And he has been the fixture of our program, along with our president, Kerry Prather, who is a longtime head basketball coach and athletic director. But it is truly a family situation there in the athletic department at Franklin College. And all the sports support one another. It's a great day to be a Grizzly. Every day they're in the Spurlock Center where our offices are at. And, all of the coaches' mission is just to help these student athletes have a very rewarding and hopefully fun experience. It's not always going to be fun. Football's a tough game for tough people, and most sports are. But the big thing that our mission is to make this a very rewarding educational experience.
As they see on the screen, Northern Ohio this week, and then Hope is the following week. Is that correct?
Correct. Hope was Ohio Northern, first of all. Very solid team, coached by Andy Freeze, one of my good friends. And then Hope College, national playoff contender last year, gave the defending national champion all that they wanted for a half. So those are our first two opening games. Should
Pretty
be a great
easy,
challenge.
right?
Oh, sure, easy.
Piece of
What do you
cake.
say? Sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to have fun being on the sidelines again, watching it all, and having some fun competing.
IndianaSRN has been part of your community for a long time. Talk a little bit about when you hear that we were going to do all your home games. And talk a little bit about that. Does that excite the kids? Do they realize that they're being seen across the world?
They will, if they don't already, because you run such a professional organization. And, it's just like watching a show, watching a game on Sunday Night Football or, Saturday college football. This is a professional deal that we're very happy that you're a teammate with us at Franklin College.
I appreciate that, Coach. Thanks so much. What message do you send non-athletes and the students that may see you in the hallways or on campus? What kind of message do you send them?
Oh, shoot. I just try and be as friendly as I can to everybody, knowing, and I've taught the players that too. Let's respect everybody on campus, which is just a natural thing to do. You respect other people, you'll get respect back. We treat other people well. We want them all to come to our games. And so let's support them in whatever they do. And football is a game like I've talked about already. It brings people together through food and tailgating and the fun of college football Saturday. So, yeah, the non-student is very important to us, the non-athletes on campus.
Our tailgate began already tonight with the powwow shrimp. I just want to let you know we can't wait. Final question, Coach. We have a couple more here, but with the background that you have and all the things that's going on, it takes a community, as you said. Share your thoughts when you bring those kids in the locker room. It's a higher being. I know that you guys pray for your team. You work on it. Talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. With my upbringing and the Christian faith from my parents and whatnot, and everything I've learned in life, that I try to just show that to our players. Some of our players may not have any experience as a youngster with any kind of faith-based. And so our chapel program that we have on days before the game, as well as every day that we practice, we want to be thankful for the opportunity to play it. And that's just how I feel about it, Keith. Yeah.
It's a great honor.
It's an important part of life.
You bet. Our company was built on the fact that we do this for the audience who won.
Amen.
So and we appreciate that. Couple more, and I'll let you go. Special teams got to be kind of special. But before we talk about that, let's talk about this conference. This conference is not easy anymore. You got Mount St. Joe. You got teams that can flat out spank your pants, if you will, on game day.
You bet. And 7 teams that play football in the Heartland Conference right now. And, Mount St. Joe, like you had mentioned, is the defending champion of our conference. Rose-Hulman, Hanover right there, along with Bluffton and Anderson and Manchester. We're the 7th team there. And, it's going to be a dogfight every year. And we just hope to be in the hunt there at the end. Hopefully we can surprise some people and give it our best shot.
And there's a new if I remember, there's a bowl game now this year for the HCAC. The runner-up gets to go to the championship. The runner-up goes to the bowl game, and the champion goes on to the playoffs. That's kind of a different incentive that it was the first time. And I think last year Hanover won that bowl game, if I'm not mistaken.
They were able to play up there in Canton, Ohio at I believe Canton McKinley Field.
The Hall of Fame.
Exactly. Yeah. And last-second field goal, they were able to knock off Wabash College. And, that's a great experience for the players. Obviously, they'd rather be playing in the playoffs where you're competing for a national championship. But to be able to go to the Hall of Fame up in Canton, and play another football game, which might be the last one you play in if you're a senior.
Especially on Thanksgiving, on the Thanksgiving weekend.
Absolutely.
You know, you talk about tailgate. You got turkey, and dressing, and I'm a big food connoisseur. Coach. You're going to learn it.
Oh, John Madden would love that thing.
Yes,
Grab that turkey leg. Let's
bet.
go.
Any closing comments for the community or people out there watching?
We're at a restaurant right here, at Aspen Creek. Everybody's excited about watching Thursday night football. It is football season in America, and it's going to be a great fall. And appreciate everything you do, Keith, with SRN.
Well, I appreciate what you do. I thank you that you opened the door for us, and we're excited. We're going to talk a little bit about the conference with Nathaniel next. But, Coach, we'll see you. Stick around. We'll buy you dinner.
I love it. Thank you,
At least
Keith.
buy you a cheeseburger. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
In today's rapidly evolving energy landscape, compliance is more than just a checklist. It's the foundation of operational reliability, safety, and trust. And here in Indianapolis, we're honored to be at the heart of that mission. We collaborate with asset owners, operators, helping them stay ahead of NERC standards and grid demands. Our electrical engineering and compliance experts provide hands-on support tailored to your fleet. As expectations rise and regulations evolve, you deserve a partner who brings more than just expertise. You need commitment, clarity, and confidence.
It's game day, a time to focus on the excitement and not to worry about your insurance coverage. With Indiana Farmers Insurance by your side, you can step onto the field or into the bleachers with true peace of mind, knowing your coverage is handled by local agents who care about your business, your auto, your home, and your farm as much as you do. Local insurance, local agents, here for you. Now that's what we call teamwork.
At Aspen Creek Grill in Greenwood, Keith Myers, Nathaniel Finch, rookie. You're no longer a rookie. You had your first football game last week, and pretty good games on the SRN network on Friday night.
Yeah, it was. You did a great job scheduling those games last week, and boy,
are we
these
loaded
games tomorrow
this week?
night too. You got to be kidding me. So yeah,
Let's talk about. We got time to do that. We got Cathedral and St. X from Ohio. You got Ron Colley, Chittard.
My goodness.
And then you go down to Seymour, and they got to play Columbus East. So, SRN is the place you want to go. And then Saturday at 1:30, you're going to be doing the 1 and 2s, and we have a good game with Northern Ohio and Franklin.
And that's not our only college game on Saturday. How about Rose-Hulman kicking off the season in the evening as well? We got a loaded couple of days here.
Yeah, against DePaul, 7 o'clock start. So everything right here on the network. Before we get started on what we're supposed to do, we got to thank our CEO and our director and our producer, the guy. I'm telling you, we're on the air because this guy works days and nights. Thank you to Aspen, but more importantly, thanks to Jerry and what he did behind the scenes. It's incredible.
He spent about 2 hours on the phone trying to get everything to work today because he had to call these people, get it all figured out. So we truly would not be anywhere near this production right now if it were not what he had been doing.
And I miss makeup look because I look like Oscar. I look all right.
Now, he has done a good job making you look a little better.
He does. He did. Well, this camera's better. Let's see. Let's talk a little about HCAC conference football on IndianaSRN. Not only Franklin, but Rose-Hulman and a couple other games, and doing a couple NIA games. Talk a little bit about our schedule. I think it says 11 here, but I think it's now up to 13, 14.
Yeah.
A lot of games on the network.
A lot of games. There are going to be some fun games. We're going to see a lot of Rose-Hulman, a lot of Franklin. it's going to be exciting. I mean, some of the best games of the season in the conference we're going to have on our network. You and I are going to be there at a lot of them. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. And it's a conference that, as Coach Leonard just said, boy, was he great that last segment.
He was.
My goodness. It's a dog
You
fight.
want to hit for it, don't you?
I
You just want to hit.
I wanted to keep him here, and I'll go home with how he was doing. But he described the conference as a dog fight, and that's what it's going to be, and that is going to be on our air. It's pretty exciting.
Yeah, you look at some of the games. You got Franklin, Ohio Northern this week, DePaul, Rose-Hulman, Hope the next week, and then you look down the rivals here: Hanover, Franklin, Rose-Hulman, Franklin, Bluffton, Rose-Hulman. It goes on and on and on, and I think we're going to experience some NIA games with Oakland City on the network late in November, and then it capitalizes with the championships because IndianaSRN brings all the HCAC championships, and it's going to be part of that, not only football, but then with volleyball and soccer. It's
right
a loaded
into
schedule.
basketball season, then once we get to
once you get to basketball season, you get 48 or 50 games, so it's kind of fun. Talk a little bit about who do you see in this conference that will make some noise? And I'm sure Franklin is one of the top contenders to win this conference.
Well, it certainly starts with MSJ, right? Like Coach Leonard said, they're the defending champions. Well, they're the 3-time defending champions. So someone's got to knock them off. And until then, they're going to continue to just be pegged as the top team. In the coaches' poll, they received every possible vote as the number 1 team. But Rose-Hulman almost knocked them off last year. They were just, about a quarter and a half or so away, if they could have played a little better down the stretch, of winning the HCAC. So sure, MSJ, you've won 3 straight. You really feel good about where they're going into the year now with their then sophomore, now junior quarterback, really talented non-conference player. But Rose-Hulman almost knocked them off last year. Hanover is always going to be good. And like Coach Leonard said, you never know what Franklin can do as a preseason top 4 team in the conference. I think they could be a team to really, really excite.
And then you got to look at Bluffton, Manchester, and Anderson. Maybe not to the cream where it should be, but a lot more improved teams, a lot more talent coming in, so to speak. New coaching staffs at places as well. They could make some spoiling noise.
Are they going to win the conference? We'll see. There's certainly a long road to go before then, but to your point, you can go really mess up these standings. If a team like Anderson, a team like Bluffton, a team like Manchester can just go steal a couple of games, especially with some of these top teams in the conference, that can make for a really interesting October and November.
What I find very interesting in this conference, you think you're going to win and you don't come and you don't prepare. They nip you right in the rump, and those are times where you have to be fired up and be ready to go.
You can't overlook any team. I mean, that's how this conference works. Every game is competitive. You cannot overlook any team. And Coach Leonard, I'm sure, will be the first one to tell you that. He's watched from the last few years on the sidelines, or back from home. Now he's back on the sidelines. He's going to be putting everything he has into this team, and you can't overlook any team, no matter where they may be picked preseason, no matter where you may think that they slide in, no matter how their last game went. You cannot overlook any team in this conference.
This conference has been known to throw the ball. I know you've done some research. I know Saturday you're going to be behind the camera, so to speak, the 1 and 2 guys. But you look at this game on stats that you've seen as well. This could be a pretty close game. I think it depends on how you finish in the first half and how you contain that momentum going into the second half. Your thoughts about that?
Well, what the saying goes, you throw to score, you run to win. And I think that's something that Mike Leonard's going to like to do here, because he mentioned, we want to be able to throw the ball. There's a reason they put air and not sand in the football. But he said he's good with scoring any sort of way. And when you can really just take the air out of the football late in the second half, you can get the lead, and you can just run the ball. That is always a recipe for success. So you want to throw to score, you want to run to win.
Always the first game, 2 games, turnovers are key. People now, you're hitting someone else other than your buddy. So that first hit is going to be an impact hit. It will be a pop. You got to be ready to not fumble the ball, and you cannot turn the ball over in these early games.
In these days, you don't tackle as much in training camp. They don't have, as rigorous of a fall camp as maybe you used to. So we will see some missed tackles. We will see some of those instances where maybe you were not prepared to take that big of a shot because you haven't taken one since last November. That's going to be interesting to see. Of course, your false starts, your, procedural penalties there. It may take maybe a quarter or so to get into the game. So, always interesting to see how week 1 starts, especially that first quarter.
Your thoughts with the speed up rule, with the ball going out of bounds, once the ball gets back in, set, ready to go, the game is a little bit faster pace. Who does that benefit in this game? Does that Franklin, Northern Ohio? Which team do you see that kind of benefits?
I'll tell you what, it's the same rule for everybody, so it'll benefit whoever makes it benefit their team. If you want to run the clock out, then sure, you're going to be able to still do that in this instance, but it really helps when you want to put up points. And I think Mike Leonard and I think Franklin's going to want to put up a lot of points this year, and that certainly will make it easier when you can get up to the line and get moving, get this modern-day offense moving, and that's what we're going to see.
Yeah, you're not calling a game, so you can pick this game. I'm going to let you pick both of them because you're not calling this game, so that's a good thing. Let's go with Rose-Hulman DePaul. Who do you see winning this game, and give me a score?
DePaul is always tough, always going to be a tough team. I mean, we see it every single year. But I like Rose-Hulman here. I mean, they nearly won the conference last year, nearly knocked off MSJ. I think Rose-Hulman's going to make a lot of noise. Obviously, it's a non-conference game, so they can drop it without penalty. But I really think they're going to come out firing, and they're going to have a great season. So let's go with Rose-Hulman there. Let's say it's week 1. How about 27-20, Rose-Hulman with the win?
Okay, I'll take that. All right. I can't pick. So how about Ohio Northern and Franklin?
I'm very confident in the Grizzlies here. I think Franklin's going to run away with this one. They're going to score early. They're going to score often. And I think this is going to be a game where Franklin is scoring into the 30s, and the defense is going to show up. Maybe, let's say, a 31-17 type of game.
Okay. All right. His email address is Nathaniel. As we look at this schedule and then look at Friday night, we'll talk about Friday night football, and we got trivia coming. Here's our games again this week is
well, the one I'll have is
this is the Seymour Columbus East game down in Seymour. First time down in Seymour for football. Looking forward to that. Thanks to Kurt Mann and his staff for getting that done. I'm excited about that. We have 4 big games for Seymour this year. Also this week, Roncalli-Chittard game I have should be a great game. Rivalry last year, it was a sectional final. It was a 3-point win by Chittard. Roncalli has something for them, but that is at Chittard. You talk about tailgate.
Oh, my goodness.
They have a tailgate.
Yes.
And then the last one, the one that you're doing, this is huge. This is St. X, who is ranked in the nation. Number 2 in the nation, taking on Cathedral. Talked with Coach Peoples today. They're ready for this challenge. St. X has a lot of power.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's always a series. You know, over the years, historically, since 2000 when they started playing this, it has been St. X just coming in and winning every single year. Not since Peoples got there. It's been 2-2 since they've got there. He's really evened it up against a really good team out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And every game that Peoples has played against these guys, it's been a one-score game. I think we're going to have another great one. Now, we look at both teams, and offensively, maybe not what we've been used to the last few years. I mean, you look at what Cathedral, 8-0, the win against Ben Davis to start the year, and then they really struggled last week, unable to score against a very good Brownsburg team. St. X kind of similar. They won both of their games, but they're lower scoring. They're grinding this out. This is not going to be one of those games that's in the 30s and 40s. It's
Weather conditions are going to be excellent. Get out and enjoy high school football. Check out our sports page, the IndianaSRN sports page. We'll have all the scores for you on Saturday morning. And our friend Troy Derigoski, who's probably watching, he's not eating a steak like we are. We will be, but follow him. Nathaniel, trivia is next. Stick around for that. I think we have our contestants coming, and we'll take a break. We'll have trivia right after this.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here. here, especially since it is a made-from-scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Okay, we're back to Aspen Creek. Great studio audience, make some noise.
Yay!
There you go. This is Nora. She's what year at Franklin Central?
I'm a junior.
Junior. And how good is the flashes?
We're
good,
pretty
Nora.
good. We're pretty good.
There you go. Mr. West will be happy you said that.
Yes.
All right, here's your trivia question. Look at this prize pack. You get to win this bag.
Okay.
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited.
How long have you worked here at Aspen?
I've worked here since December.
And how good is Mike Bennett as a boss?
He's a very good boss. I like him a lot.
Okay, he'll like that very much. Trivia question. You ready?
Yep.
What is the longest field goal ever made in college football history? 61 yards, 63 yards, 69 yards, or 72 yards?
I'm going to go with 69 yards.
Very good. You got one right. She's got one right.
Perfect.
Question number 2. What is the longest touchdown pass in college football? 75 yards, 88 yards, 99 yards, or 65 yards?
99 yards.
That's correct. I threw that against Notre Dame.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just kidding. All right. Number 3. You got to giggle once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Which college football team holds the record for the most penalty in a single game? Alabama versus Auburn, St. Joseph State versus Fresno State, North Carolina Central and St. Paul, or USC Notre Dame?
North Carolina Central and
St. Paul?
St. Paul.
Very good. 42 penalties in the game. That game took 5 hours to play.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, that's a long game.
I would lose my concentration.
Yeah.
I lose my concentration after a 30-minute show.
Yeah.
Last one. You ready? Who is the most famous, popular mascot in college football? Is it Brutus the Buckeye, Urk the Bulldog from Georgia, Bevo the Longhorn from Texas, or Big Al the Elephant in Alabama?
Urk the Bulldog from Georgia.
Man, you are right on. Here's your prize pack.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You want to tell everybody to come to Aspen Creek Grill.
Come to Aspen Creek Grill. I'm gonna say our steaks or our club sandwich.
Yeah, and
Yep.
you're the hostess.
Yep, I'm
with
host.
the mostest.
Yep.
We appreciate it. That wraps it up for us. Don't forget Friday Night Football on IndianaSRN. College football, Franklin and Rose-Hulman, both on the network this week. And Franklin game at 1:30, and Rose-Hulman game it's at 7.
All right. Thank you.